Hey guys, Unfrequented World, and today the plan is to get back in the field. I've been stuck in the house for 2 days due to rainy, cold conditions, and today I swore I was getting out, but then yesterday we took the window out of the back of the new car. So I had to make an appointment for today to get it fixed, and of course the appointment was 1 o'clock. So they had to get delivery of a new window, and it doesn't come in until 11 or something. So here we go, middle of the day. We got to split the day up again. So hopefully we can get some metal detecting in this morning, and maybe even again this afternoon. Window? Who needs to replace a window? This is actually much easier to put the gear in the back of the car. So maybe we'll just roll with this. Yeah, I'm actually kind of liking this. I gotta mention, the retarded thing about this is I can't lock the car. It just keeps telling me that the rear door is open and it won't lock. So yesterday I'm down at City Hall trying to complain. What happened was I went into a parking garage and they have about 4 feet off the ground, they have a bulkhead that sticks out. So, and it's dark in there with tinted windows. I'm using the rear view mirror to back into a spot, and the camera's showing, the camera's underneath this bulkhead. It's showing I've got 3 feet to the wall. So I keep backing up, and all of a sudden, smash, and the window just exploded. So I called City Hall, and of course they said, well, that was designed 20 years ago. You know, you're not the first guy to do that. That's why we painted a red stripe on it. And I'm just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. You know, how many other poor suckers? So then I take pictures of the car, and I noticed that the guy beside me, a little old lady actually, had parked her sedan. She had backed in, and of course she had backed in under the bulkhead as well. So I'm thinking every car that backs into this place, you know, if they're lucky enough to be the right size, are squeezing in there. The rest of us, well, we're damaging our cars. So I went to City Hall and filed a claim. I've worked for the city of Sudbury, and I've worked for the city of North Bay in the past. I know where this goes. That's a $345 mistake that I'm not going to be getting paid for, but I had to complain anyway. It's just, some things are just ridiculous. 20 years, and we painted a red stripe on it. Thanks, guys. Well, I had to come somewhere I could keep an eye on the car, seeing as we can't lock it, so we're back at the usual spot. And first find of the day, copper nail. Okay, I know I've said it in the last couple of videos, guys, but this Makro Kruzer on 4-tone mode, I literally can't go a foot without getting a decent signal. And I've said before, like, I'm over 100 hours on this field. You know, I've got to be pushing close to 120 hours. And it's like I've started over. And I'll show you guys. I get out of the car, I park the car in the same spot, and I must have started in the same spot 30 times by now. You know, it's here, there's lots of stuff. And I did the same thing today. So last time I concentrated all in this area here when I got out of the car. So today I came here and I started swinging right there. Well, I found 4 items now. This is the 5th hole, and I've pulled out something that, again, I've missed before. Look at this. A real good signal, and it looks like some kind of medallion or something. Oh my god, I don't know what this is, but it's got a shank on the back. I mean, it is completely green, so, and there's a number 230 in the middle of this. I could see it. So I don't know what it is or how old it is. We're going to have to clean that up. But an amazing freaking find. And I've been over this spot at least a dozen times. And I mean, it was only 9 inches down there, so I don't know. So in the same hole, I pulled out a little nail, and you know the twist ties that the kids used to do lunches with? One of those. I mean, there might be more junk. There probably is more junk in that hole. But is that enough to mask something like this? You know, that's a very sizable item, and how come the Cruzer's picking this stuff up when, you know, the Bounty Hunter and, you know, the AT Pro, those are not bad machines? What is it about this machine? There's something about this machine. Okay, well, 9 inches down, we got this ball, and inside there's something. So, yeah, just an opportunity to try a live dig. These never work, but signal was kind of all over the place, high 80s to 90s. Better not be a nail or something, I don't know. Oh, pretty close. What is that? Yep. A bent nail. That is going in my eraser collection. That's a beaut. Okay, turn the plug over. We got something round here, but it's got rust on it, but it doesn't look like a washer. It's thicker. What is, ooh, some shine there. It's like copper. What is that? Okay, that is definitely some kind of copper plated button. I don't see any writing on there, but for sure. You can see the outside on it has a lip. Pretty cool. You know, I say copper because it's covered in this green coating, but the part that's shining almost damn near looks like gold. I'm not an expert on anything, guys, so, but I mean, that it doesn't look like copper. It's shining like gold. Gold gilded button in a kid's playground? I don't know. Back in the motherland, we were royalty. I don't know. It'd have to be one rich little kid. You know, you hear stories about the glitch in the Matrix and all that. That's how I'm feeling about this field. It's like I've never been here. It's the oddest damn thing. I can't explain it. Is my detecting that bad? You know, I gotta think, no, it's not, because, I mean, I find good stuff all the time, but there were a couple times at the end last year that I came here, I didn't find anything. And, but now it's like, it's almost like a glitch in the Matrix. I come back, I've covered 20 feet, I've dug 20 holes, guys, and they're all good signals. I mean, some of them are iffy signals, but I'm still trying to learn the machine, so I'm digging them. They're not necessarily solid, but they're ringing anywhere from 60 right up to the 90s. And if it's a solid low signal, I know it's going to be a pull tab, but I'm digging some things because they're good solid signals. So, but I just can't explain it. It's like I could do this whole damn field again, and then we could switch frequencies on the machine and do it again. So, I don't know. I think my world has been, I've been unplugged and plugged back in, and this is like a whole new playground for me. I don't know. I should mention that John, who told me about this field, I had it in my research notes, but I didn't know exactly where it was. John said, you know, I've got 40 hours on that field. He said, I've cleaned out a lot of the trash for you. Go do this field. So he had an additional 40 hours on here, and he picks the good stuff. Don't lie to me, John. You picked the good stuff. So why am I getting so many good signals now? It's got to be the Kruzer. I mean, if you're a realistic guy, a scientific guy, there is a lot of stuff in every hole. You know, if I take the pinpointer and keep looking, I could pull stuff out of here all day long, these holes that I'm digging. There is little bits of iron all over. Only explanation, it's got to be the Kruzer. It's got to be that good. But only on 4-tone mode. If you have this machine, guys, try it on 3-tone, do a 10-foot sweep of an area, come back on 4-tone, you'll get signals that aren't here on 3-tone. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. Oh yes, come on out, son. Here's something that has a nice particular shine to it that I like, but I think it's just a button or a pin, but it's got that gold shine to it. Until you get it cleaned off. Good Hue Star brand. And it's a 4-hole button. I guess today is the day of the button. Okay, what the hell? Did this kid lose a whole jacket down here or something? I'm still in the same 4-foot radius and I'm still pulling buttons out here. There's another one. It's another one of those shiny gold looking ones. I think we lost one of the British Royals in this field here. There is a shank on the back of that. It's folded right over. So these might be older than I was even thinking. See it at the top right there? And I'm telling you guys, that shines. I don't know if you can see it on the phone, but it shines like freaking gold. Underneath a layer of green patina though. It doesn't look like copper. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm going to have a whole set. Well, that was down about 11 inches and giving off a mixed good signal. You know, 65 to 90. But it's still got the little stickies on the back there. So that's an old one. Alright guys, first coin of the day. I wasn't even too excited about this signal here. It was all over the place. It's modern, just modern cod, but 25 cents. 1972. Didn't even have the decency to be silver. Come on. Well, that looks like one of the wires off the old clothespins. Well, I could be wrong, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. I almost see a religious figure in there, I think. eBay, here you go. Oh, I thought I had a largie, guys. Solid 79, about 8-9 inches down there. Big old lead weight. Well, first copper of the day. Look what I see. Looks suspiciously like a ring to me. Oh! Well, I am nowhere near that ring that we found last time we were here. We found the top part of a ring that was missing the bottom. But, geez, I'm 100 feet away. Could be. Well, there's another one. So, as you can see, my machine is laying on its side, and the one thing that irks me about the Makro multi-cruiser is, why? Why did they put this little 2-inch or 1-inch piece on here? There's a tried and true method, guys. There's 100 machines out there that have a nice V bracket that's 2.5, 3 inches long, and when you set the machine on it, it stays. Why do you have to reinvent the wheel? Why? Well, there's another one. Let's not all get too excited. Of course, this little shit buried this thing under a rock. So I'm digging my hole and I say, oh, it's just got to be something small. It's under this rock. Takes me, 10 minutes to dig around the freaking rock. And voila, you little jerk. 21 inches, guys. I was getting a little coin signal when I started, but the digging was so easy I just kept going and going. Look what I found. Ha ha ha! Persistence pays off. Okay, that is not an axe head, because looking at it like that you'd say yes, but then if you look at the end, which I hadn't done, that's no axe head. Which I suspected because of that line right there. What is that? Somebody tell me. Oh, for the love of God, please. It don't get any more solid 78 than that. Oh, the disappointment. Just a penny. Now that was down there 8 inches. Any guess on age of that coin? Let's find out. Well, those of you that guessed 1945, you win. Well, I've had to make the executive decision to call this trip, guys. We've got to get home, half-an-hour drive, clean up, but this will give me time to clean up our first cool find of the day. If you guys can remember, we'll take a closer look at what that medallion thing is. All right, guys, there's today's haul. Lots of junk, trying to dig every signal, and the good pile over here. 7 pennies, 3 buttons, 2 of which look pretty sparkly. I don't know, a quarter. And this, which we're going to clean up and see what it is. I know a little bit about history, guys. I'm pretty sure this is World War I. This badge here, I've cleaned it up as much as I can with just a brush and some warm water. I got to go to the computer. I'm pretty sure it's the 230th. It's a battalion from World War I. Canadian battalion from World War I. Let's go see what we can find on the computer. Oh, just about 5 minutes of searching, guys. The 230th Battalion, Voyageurs Canadien Français, was a unit in the Canadian Expeditionary Force during the First World War. Based in Ottawa, Ontario, the unit began recruiting in 1916 in Eastern Ontario, Hull, Quebec. The battalion became the 230th Forestry Battalion in October 1916. So this has got to be... It doesn't say anything about forestry on here. I don't know. More research required, but World War I? World War I. Look at that. Frickin' amazing. That is real history, guys. That is what I'm after right there. I got to do some more research on this. Oh, blows me away. Find of the day by a million miles. Look, it's even got a little beaver on the bottom. So what I don't get about this is that the shank is on the side here. So it's got to be a button, but why? Like, I don't know how it's attached, where it would have been worn. If anybody knows, can they explain that to me? Because I don't know. You would think that the shank would be, you know, up here on the top, and it would just on the side. Seems really weird to me, but what do I know? That's it for today, guys. I am absolutely blown away with this little badge / button thing. That's real history. I wasn't expecting to have that good of a day, a find that good, but I guess today was Day of the Button, and this was a real good one. So thanks for watching, guys.